go and fight. The church was very, very involved in the things of the United States of America. The question is, how did America lose it? How? After all these things, and God will trust one nation under God and all this, how did America lose it? It all started with the podcast of groups like ACLU. ACLU is American Civil Liberty Union. American Civil Liberty Union, according to some historians, most of them were actually Russian from the communist country. When Russia this thing reached the point that they couldn't do much, they moved to America and said, "No, let's destroy America. The secret of America is their God. If we'll be able to destroy their God, we'll be able to mess everything up. And let's use the Constitution that helped them to stand with their God, use the same Constitution to destroy them, then they'll be able to." So these people started advocating that religion, and for that matter, church, should be separated. So that's how this separation of church and state really came about. And that America have been debating where to draw the lines between religion and government since the country was founded. So the Supreme Court in 1962, it is unconstitutional for a teacher to lead a class in prayer at a public school. Okay, so prayer in schools has not always been such a controversial topic. In fact, public schools had prayers nearly 200 years before the Supreme Court ruled that state-mandated class prayers were unconstitutional. Just real quick, and they use this separation of church and state, and this separation of church and state thing actually, we talk about it a lot, but the question is, do we know that actually it is not in any American legal document, not one, not in their constitution, not one in the separation about separation of church and state. In fact, Philippines, where I lived for a very long time, studied there, and my doctorate thesis connected directly to Philippines. In their constitution, Article 2, Section 8, have this written. The fact is that it's not in any. This is how it happened. It happened in 1801. When the Danbury Baptist Association in Danbury, Connecticut, drafted a letter to President Thomas Jefferson then, arguing that the freedom of religion was their very right. And so they should see to it that the government do not influence the church, but rather the church is the one who influences the government. That was in 1801. So in January 1st, 1802, Thomas Jefferson wrote a letter responding to the letter that came from the Danbury Baptist Church. And that was the time that he concurred that with their belief that the man accounted to God alone for his faith. So he further emphasized that none of man's natural rights, including the natural right to obey publicly the duties which God has imposed upon man, will ever place a man in a situation where the government will interfere. And so that was where actually it brought about that because of this, their first amendment had actually brought a wall of separation of church and state. That when the church is doing something, the state have no right to interfere. In fact, way back since George Washington's time, they have a church in the White House. Of course, now most probably no more. Of course, during Donald Trump's time, we saw him and Penn and bringing people like Paula White, people like Jesse Franklin, and others. Even my own father, the Archbishop of they have some people there praying for them. But they've lost it. They didn't believe those things anymore. All of them, from Thomas Thomas Jefferson, from George Washington, John Adams, Thomas Jefferson, and all of them. In fact, there was even a pastor, a reverend minister, who became the president of America. In fact, the 20th president of the United States of America, James Garfield, was actually a pastor who had been preaching, not just a pastor, he was a revivalist. There are legal documents that shows how James Garfield was baptizing people. And James Garfield says something that I really think that is important for me to read so that you can understand the mindset of some of these people that made America so great. James Garfield said, and I quote, "Now, more than ever before, the people are responsible for the character of their Congress, Ghana Parliament. If that body be ignorant, reckless, corrupt, it is because the church tolerates ignorance, recklessness, and corruption. If it is intelligent, brave, and pure, it is because the church demands these high qualities to represent them in the national legislature." He continued to say, "If the next country does not find us a great nation, it will be because those who represent the enterprise, meaning the Congress or the Parliament, for that matter, Ghana, the culture and the morality of the nation do not aid in controlling the political forces. That if we, the church, leave the politicians to do whatever they want to do, then there's going to be really a mess. They were so strong to see to it that they get very good, how do I put it, godly Christians, not just Christians, but godly Christians, not just churchgoers, to really actually represent them. That is why one of their philosophers, one of their great educators, Locke, forget his first name, I think John Locke, right? John Locke was talking about the importance of having great laws. And William Penn, who is also one of the educators, was also saying no. William Penn said, "Some say, let us have good laws, and no matter for the men that execute them. But let them consider that though good laws do well, good men do better. For good laws may lack good men, but good men will never lack good laws, nor allow bad ones." End of quote. So America was what it was because of their Bible or biblical principles they used in doing everything. That's where this natural justice thing, according to them, came about. Now, because of what United States have done and now throw God away, we've seen what has becoming now. Homosexuality, abortion and all that. So now, let's go to the result. When the United States of America decided to take the God that made them great out, what made